Welcome to the channel. This your boy Black Saiyan checking in with y'all. Hold on, let me let it blunt up a little bit more. Welcome to the channel. This is my first video. I go by the Black Saiyan, and I wanna just thank everybody for tuning in today. Today we're gonna be talking about Piccolo, the evolution of Piccolo. And the reason why we're gonna talk about the evolution of Piccolo, because we get into a point where they're giving Piccolo character development that we haven't seen in a lot of other supporting characters of the main Dragon Ball Z fighters, or the main Dragon Ball fighters, right? Now let's dive into Piccolo. Now, the introduction to Piccolo, we first see Piccolo in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, he actually comes from his dad, King Piccolo. Goku's fighting him, and we learned that King Piccolo, you know what I'm saying, he wants to take over the world. Goku destroys him, and he ends up having a baby. Now when he has this baby has literally the same, it's almost like he carry on his father's legacy, like through memory and birth, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like the sins of my sins and the enemies of my enemies of my father are mine. Like he took on everything that his father took on, as well as all the other things that his father hatched out of his mouth. But Piccolo, you know, he took it just as personal as his dad. Now, when we first see Piccolo, you know, he's a little kid. He's a child. You know what I'm saying? He hatches. He's a child. He's a child at birth. He's a child at birth. So we see him, and then we see as he grows older, you know, he still has that hatred towards Goku and still wants, you know, vengeance for his father. And we fast forward to the World Martial Arts Tournament. Goku and Piccolo meet again for, I guess you could say again, because, I mean, they met before, but this is Piccolo, what you would call Piccolo Jr. So he fights Piccolo in the World Martial Arts Tournament. Then when he fights Piccolo in the World Martial Arts Tournament, they fight extremely aggressive, extremely, like, I don't want to say insensitive to the crowd, but it was very personal. You know, it was a very personal battle. Granted, it being almost like a battle for, you know, Piccolo's legacy and pride, and Goku's, you know, Goku just want to take on another powerful opponent, but he understands the stakes and he understands what's at risk, so he's going all out as well. Piccolo does a lot of different moves. He doesn't do the special beam cannon because at this time he doesn't even have that move. Goku ends up literally flying straight through Piccolo. And the reason why he lost, against Piccolo is because Goku, first of all, he was dealing with what he didn't even know but was a Saiyan. Goku had, by this time, he's had multiple martial arts teachers. Piccolo at this time, he doesn't train under anybody. You know, he doesn't train up under anybody. So everything he learns is literally self-taught. So what happens is Goku flies straight through him, and that's the end of the tournament. Now we go back into the beginning of just what we know about Piccolo. Okay, Piccolo got multiple names. He has multiple aliases, should I say. You know, throughout the years, he's been known as King. You know, of course, his dad was King Piccolo. He can still be known as King Piccolo because I mean, he is the predecessor. He's the successor of his predecessor, which was King Piccolo. And then, I mean, you know, whenever he had him, some people called him Junior, some people called him Mild, some people called him My Junior, some people called him Demon Junior. Different subtitles for different from different perspectives of what he portrays. So basically, and we're gonna go into depth whenever we talk about the demon part, because the demon part plays a big role. Because we see if we go into Dragon Ball Super, if you go into the continuity of Dragon Ball Z, we know that demon means something different. You know, we see demons in a different light. So we're gonna dive into it. So Piccolo race, he's a Namekian. When we go back into the history that they told in Dragon Ball Z of Piccolo, his origins, when he first came around, he was called a nameless Namekian that diffused with Kami. I mean, you know, he was basically like this spirit that wanted to basically, the evil was, because I mean, he came to America. He came to Earth from Namek. And when he came to Namek, he realized that, we came to Earth, he realized that Earth, like just being on Earth in itself was making him different. You know what I'm saying? Like it was erupting the evil inside of him. And we see that a lot in just the world today, you know what I'm saying? Just living in this world, it can taint you in a way, right? So he was tainted, and his evil spirit starts to grow, and he has to diffuse, right? He has to diffuse, and then you get what we know as today as Kami and then King Piccolo. And basically they're part of what they call the Dragon Clan, you know, and basically the Dragon Clan is basically who are the original creators of the Dragon Balls. And now when you say the original creators of the Dragon Balls, we know from Dragon Ball Super that Zalama or Zarama, the Dragon God, I guess they call it Dragon God or whatever, he had to be a part of the Dragon Clan. I'm pretty sure that this is his child, like the name is Namekian, Piccolo, whatever you want to call him. He's more likely one of the direct successors of Zalama or Zarama. So when you look at that, that in itself is crazy, because we all know Piccolo, you know what I'm saying? If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball fan, then you know Piccolo. You just grow with him. He's, you know, compared to Goku and Vegeta, you know, he always been sidelined, you know, not too strong. I mean, we see his growth and his stature in a couple of sagas, but he's always overpowered by other beings of the world, right? So, but not to say he can't grow stronger, because we know a couple of ways that he could go stronger, right? Through the ways of, you know, when he touched Nail and fused, you know what I'm saying? If he was to fuse with other warrior clan like people, who knows how strong he would be, you know what I'm saying? But they also come with a sense of pride growing up on Earth. He grew up with a sense of pride, so he didn't really see, he only trusted his own strength, you know, and we see that a lot in Goku and a lot of people on Earth. And just prideful people. The Namekians from the actual planet Namek is actually, they pride is based in a different manner, you know, based on culture. Is more culture rather than ego, right? So throughout the franchise, we see Piccolo personality change regardless of his allegiance. His general demeanor has always been stern, right? He's always been like kind of grumpy, in a way when he talks to others. You know what I'm saying? As his character is developing, we seen him like, you know, like meditating. He might meditate. He might I guess, I mean, with Gohan, you know, we see him lighten up in a lot of different ways. Gohan was actually the first person to help Piccolo lighten up. With that being the son of his enemy, you would almost think that would be the like the perfect person to draw his enemy in, right? That's what we seen happen with Raditz, right? But Piccolo went about it a whole different way. Piccolo actually son Gohan. Excuse me. He actually son Gohan, and that shows a whole different character development as he goes on. Now he's very direct. You know, Piccolo is very direct. We see he's honest about, you know, about his opinions and how he feel about what's going on. We see that in the Cell Saga. You know, Goku is feeling like not, you know, Goku is set in his ways about letting Gohan fight Cell, but Piccolo can't help but tell Goku exactly how he feels about something that he don't understand. He's actually giving a good hypothesis. If you really think about it, that's why everybody else is letting Piccolo talk, because they understand. He's saying exactly what he's articulating exactly what they're thinking, and you know, he's almost like the Batman. You can call him the Batman of Dragon Ball Z, right? So he's very efficient, right? He's very efficient in methods and battles, right? You know, we know even from like the Buu saga, we see Buu. You know, he's fighting Gohan, and he's got Gotenks inside him as well. Like Gohan makes a comment that, you know, I see that you got your smartness. You getting the smartness from Piccolo, because Piccolo is very sharp. Piccolo is very analytical and tactical in battle. He able to see through his opponent's weaknesses and skills and devise a strategy for victory. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a Saiyan, but a Saiyan more, you know, you have to be a certain kind of, you have to be a thinking person. You know what I'm saying? Saiyans are more brute and raw. You know what I'm saying? Unless it comes to the elite, some elite, when we see Vegeta, you know, all elites aren't smart. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are based off of just power alone. But you see, like, studied people like Goku, you know what I'm saying? And even when he implanted into Gohan, when he starts to train Gohan, you see that he implanted that analytical battle instinct whenever Gohan's fights. You know what I'm saying? He comes into battle fresh off of training with Piccolo. He's more precise, you know, once he's, you know what I'm saying, out of his shy phase. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, like, it almost as if he knew martial arts, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it put him on par with a lot of people early on just by training with Piccolo. And basically Piccolo is almost a fighting arts teacher in itself, because he's literally the successor of an ongoing species, a race of Namekians that literally hatch each other through. I can't even think about the term right now, but basically, if you know the term I'm talking about, when they hatch through eggs, it's almost like a frog or something, right? Or a lizard or something. It's like, well, not even like that, maybe like a snake, because they hatch through their mouth, like the next breed is coming straight through their mouth. They don't even have sex, like they don't even, like, we know about them. If you know the Namekians, you know that they don't even have a female race, like, and that's crazy. I remember in the Namek saga, Bulma asked Piccolo, like, dude, you know, about girl, no, it was Dende. She asked Dende, you know, what about the girls? And they was like, girls, like, they didn't have women on that planet. So basically, you know, they just hatch each other through, you know, through strictly bloodline. Just strictly bloodline through the seed. The male actually holds the seed in the Namekian race. And that's pretty cool. So when we think about Piccolo, this character is an extraordinary character in so many different ways. I can even recall back to the Raditz saga. The Raditz saga, when Raditz showed up, I remember nobody knew what was gonna happen because Piccolo is literally still beefing with Goku. They literally still got beef, man. Like, these boys is not seeing eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think they seeing eye to eye. I don't think, like, they weren't seeing eye to eye. He actually was developing skills to even kill Goku. Let's be honest. Let's be honest and lay down, you know, what we seen post Raditz arc. You know what I'm saying? Or during the Raditz arc, or what he unleashed. You know what I'm saying? So we see Piccolo literally chilling. Raditz pull up, and he thinking it's Goku, but he literally, Raditz show him up, and he flies away. Piccolo is, he flabbergasted. He mad, bro. He turned up. He like, what, man? What the? You know what I'm saying? He know this is a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know this is a threat. So listen, man, Piccolo made a decision before even Goku made a decision. You was just Goku making a decision. Goku had no choice but to agree once Piccolo made the proposal to team up against Raditz. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it from like a Earth wave. You know what I'm saying? Because this is, these people are giving the trace of Earth. You know what I'm saying? They gain pride. They have pride. They have intuition. They have, you know what I'm saying? They have these emotions growing up on Earth, because you go through these emotions. You ain't human, but you damn near human by living amongst humans. So these boys pull up on Raditz. This is the first time Piccolo has ever fought with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably his brothers, the Dragon Clan, but other than that, he hasn't been fighting with nobody. He hasn't been fighting with nobody. Who has been his protege or his sidekick? Even King Piccolo. Like, he was maybe he was fighting with people because he was having hatchlings. But this Piccolo definitely wasn't fighting with nobody. He believed in his own strength on a whole nother level. So he was fighting with Goku, developing, and we seen the skill that he developed to kill Goku. And we were more likely would have killed Goku anyways. I mean, if he caught Goku at a certain time, they was more or less equal in power at the time. Because I remember whenever they powered up to they full power, and Raditz gauged it, it wasn't too far. They weren't too far from each other. I think Goku was a little further. I think like 325. I think Piccolo was like 312. But regardless of that move, if that killed Raditz, it definitely would have went through a Kamehameha or whatever and killed Goku, because he wouldn't have been expecting nothing like that. You understand? And so the next fight, we see Piccolo in is, of course, the Saiyan saga. Okay, Saiyan saga comes. Piccolo actually trains, gets stronger. He actually trains with Goku's son, gets stronger. Strong enough to, I guess, hang with Cyberman, but not really put them down. But then we see at the end that he could have put them down. So then we see how we know he can't stack up to Nappa nor Vegeta. So at this point, it's a point of him dependent upon others. And he definitely never been dependent upon others. He depended upon Goku, he depended upon Gohan, he depended upon teamwork. Like, once again. So we see him fight another time. The next time we see Piccolo fight with, I guess you could say, the Namek saga. Namek saga, we seen so much from Piccolo. We seen him grow. We seen him, well, first of all, he died. He actually died in the Saiyan saga. So, and he trains with King Kai. comes back already strong. We don't know how strong he is because he didn't engage with anybody during the time, like immediately after he came back. But we know that after he fused with Nail, Piccolo becomes literally on par with Frieza. We could say second form Frieza. Right? We could say second form Frieza. And on par with first form Frieza as well. Probably would put fourth form Frieza in the dirt. Could have killed first form Frieza if he caught him. But he didn't catch that. He caught second form Frieza. By the time he caught second form Frieza, he got put down by third form Frieza. We see Piccolo fight again the next time in the Android Saga. Android Saga come around. In between, we seeing Piccolo train, do his thing, but he realized early on that he's way out of his league. He know he out of his league. So he does the unthinkable, but which should have been unthinkable from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Going to even coming to, but I guess living like how we said, living on Earth, he gained pride. So he not even thinking about merging with Kami. He's not thinking about that, but he's back against the wall. Man, this man goes and merges with Kami. Becomes the nameless Namekian, more likely with a little bit more power, because he's definitely cut from a different cloth, because it's Kami merging with Mach Jr. You know what I'm saying? This is not Kami merging with King Piccolo. Again, this is Kami merging with Mach Jr. So he's literally 2.0 nameless Namekian. They even reference him to a Super Namekian, say he's on par with a Super Saiyan at this point, right? So we know he's a Super Namekian at this point, right? So literally when Vegeta pulls up and sees him, you know what I'm saying, just powering up because he was mad from letting Cell go. Vegeta had to power down. He had to actually walk up on this man and ask him, what? You know what I'm saying? What? And it left him stuck. You know what I'm saying? He had to dwell on that. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's some power. You know what I'm saying? He could have put Cell down. If they would have been merged, he could have put down Frieza. So we see him fight Cell, not really for real, but then we see him fight. We see him first form Cell, then we see him fight 17. Now when we fight 17, we see that Piccolo is cut from a cloth of definitely, he pulling out moves that we never seen him even trained on. We seen him the whole time that what happened with him after he merged with Kami, but he's doing moves that he's never even trained on. Hell's on grenade, lightning grenade. We see him doing all kind of moves. We see him being literally on par with Android 17, who is stronger than all the Super Saiyans. All the Super Saiyans can't even fight this man together and win. Super Saiyan 1. All these Super Saiyans couldn't fight this man, but this man is literally on par with him. And literally on par with even, you could say first form Cell. If he had the power, if he had his power back, but he had been fighting with 17 so long, when Cell pulled up, it was game over. So another time we see Piccolo fight, the next time we see Piccolo fight, Dragon Ball Super, we see Piccolo fight and determine the power. We know Piccolo meditates, right? So during this time, more likely he meditating. He's one of those people, and we know how far meditation can get you in training. But we see Piccolo development in the tournament of power and training with Gohan, bringing Gohan power back, right? And then we see him actually pull up in the tournament of power with actually, holding his own. They had to pull out all the stunts in the tournament of power. Come on, let's be honest. They had to bring Master Roshi to the tournament of power. You brought Master Roshi to the tournament of power, you got all bets off. And this is in the whole universe 7. They brought Frieza back. Like, they had to do so much stuff in the tournament of power. Like, they had to do so much, really, what I would call desperate stuff in the tournament of power. So they brought Piccolo in. And of course, like I said, that's with that being a Batman, I mean, he's the perfect teammate with Gohan. He lasts as long. I'm not sure if he knocks out anybody out of the ring, but definitely through teamwork with Gohan, he definitely knocks out a couple of people out the ring. But he's definitely a good support character in the Tournament of Power, right? So, but we don't see any like superpowers from Piccolo. We see the other Namekians from Universe 6, and we see more or less more lore into the Namekian race, right? Of how deep that it went in Universe 6. So fast forward, we see Piccolo in the Moro arc. Now in the Moro arc, we see him in his good, outstanding teamwork with Gohan against OG 7-3. That was an epic battle, but they, eventually folded, or less was defeated and was dependent upon Goku. Or more or less Gohan, But we see that, once again, his teamwork make dream work, but it's just not enough, More character development. So, basically, we see him fight the last time in Dragon Ball Super Hero. Now, Super Hero takes us into a whole different ball game, because we know that this takes place 3 years before the end of Z, which is right whenever Goku meets So, and we see Pan grew up, and everybody's grown up. Goten and Trunks is grown up. So we see Piccolo, take a different route at his enemies, and almost in a desperate way. But I mean, if you follow the granola art, the desperation has went out the window. So we see Piccolo goes to Shenron, and it's almost outrunning because he's literally part of the Demon Clan, the Dragon Clan that literally made Shenron, who are the original creators of the Dragon Balls. So he goes to him, he asks Shenron, "Can you unlock my potential power?" Actually, he goes to Dende first, but he ends up going to Dende and tell him to go to Shenron, that Shenron can do it. And he goes to Shenron and he asks, like, "Can you can you unlock my power?" And Shenron tells him that, "Yeah, I can definitely do that, that's nothing, Actually, I can give you a little extra." Because the dragon probably just not realized that, he looking at him in a different light. This is actually his creator, his first creator. You understand? Like, from, the beginning, and he gives him a little extra, and we see what the extra is whenever he pulls out the orange Piccolo, or we can even say the yellow Piccolo, when he give him his unlocked potential. Ooh, like, that power there, we don't even know how strong, or we don't even know how to gauge that power, because we haven't seen that power against anybody else. It was very brief, but we see how strong Orange Piccolo was. Orange Piccolo put the beating down on Gamma 2, and we know that Gamma 2 gauge from what Piccolo know is probably strong as what Tournament of Power Goku, right? Or you could say Master Ultra Instinct Goku, right? He hasn't seen true Ultra Instinct Goku. He hasn't seen Ultra Ego Vegeta, right? So, you know, we could assume that he was talking about Master Ultra Instinct against Moro, maybe, you know, or and Vegeta Blue, right? So he said they was at least as strong as them. So and the Orange Piccolo took them out with one punch, man. Like, no pun intended. Like, one punch. Like, one punch. You know what I'm saying? So we know that now Piccolo is into a different realm of power. He's in a different realm of, like, I guess you can call him God too at this point, right? Let's just say Piccolo is God too. Now, for the future of Piccolo, we can see him engaging in a different with Goku and Vegeta in a different way, because when you look at him now, he's damn near on par with him. I'm pretty sure when they see each other, they definitely gonna see each other in a different light once they meet up again. But in the future, I definitely don't see Piccolo being dead, you know what I'm saying, or erased or anything like that. I definitely see him being alive for the long run, because Piccolo's always been a good supporting character, and with the character development they giving him now, I don't see him going nowhere no time soon. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely say that being around Piccolo, all our fighters have learned a lot, you know what I'm saying, from Krillin and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Character development, like to the T, you know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, nobody thought he was gonna change it to the character that he changed into. He was literally a demon, like they was calling him demon. You know what I'm saying? Because of his ways, but he literally changed into an old savior, one of the saviors of the planet, of the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally, like, on par with Saiyans and God tiers, like people. Like, you can say he's on par with some guys of discretion, you know, because if we had Orange Piccolo in the Tournament of Power, who knows what kind of, come on, man, like, that would have been different. It would have been different, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end it on that note, man. That's the evolution of Piccolo, man. I hope y'all, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about the channel. You know, the setup, man. Thank you for tuning in. If you got to the end, definitely give it a share. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know that the Black Saiyan is here. You know what I'm saying? Pull out your, you know what I'm saying, your blinds, get your bones out. We here. The Black Saiyan signing out. Deuces.